Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Siyabulisa kubo bonke abantu ababukeleyo, brothers and sisters. Sibulisa kubantu abadala, sibulisa kubefundisi who are present here today. Sibulisa ngelihle igama lika Yesu Kristu Nkosi yethu. Amen. It is a very, very, very rainy day up on the Koyo Mna. So it's a rainy Tuesday. It's raining cats and dogs. But again, nevertheless, so we bring to you today live Bishop M Noqayi, where he will be talking to us about, he will be giving us an address and a Christmas message. As we all know, into yokubana sibi Christmas ngoku sibi xesha le family, we are at a very jolly season. So we hope that nizoyonwabela this session that was initiated to you by the Clark-Barry District Communications Unit. So mna igama lam ndinguyandisa Dlembula, and I'm from Brooksneck Circuit, which is between Ikokstead and Mount Ayleaf. And I'll be your host today. So I'll be hosting it together with Utata Umfundisi Ulosaba, who is going to introduce himself as well. So over to you, Reverend Losaba.
Greetings ku bantu be stili sethu esihle istili sembeko istili samgwali. Kukuhle kumana sidibana during this time of the year. It's important that we gather as people of faith, and just to make sure ukuba sisabambile ukholo lwethu. Njengoba host yethu uSister Dlembula echilo ukuba i-communication desk yethu yesithili ibone ukuba kubalekile simeme uBishop asothetha nathi, njengoba siyazi ukuba abanye njengami sendigodukile ndisekhaya ePretoria. Some people will be taking holidays. uBishop athethe nani aninqwenele i-holidays ezinhle. So kuba mnandi xa siva lawo mazwi ukuvela kuphuma kuBishop wethu uBishop Noqayi ongutata wethu esithilini. Part of the things that azothetha ngazo utata uBishop uzoba sixelela ngesimo sethu sesithili ukuba siphi njengesithili, imicelimngeni sidibene nayo ku-2021 njengoba siyazi ukuba uCovid usesekhona u-affecta indlela sicawa ngayo. Kube khona i-challenges that we experience, and again uBishop simcela ukuba athethe futhi nge-achievements and prides zethu kwesi sithili somgwali, and asixelela ukuba njengoba siya kwi-2022 singena njani kuwe u-2022. So without any waste of time, mandiyazise kuni uBishop wethu uBishop Mongameli President. What a beautiful names, you know. Xa uthi Mongameli kuye, I don't know uthi umfundisi okanye uthi igama, nathi ndinexhala ukumbisa umongameli. So ndimani sithi tata uBishop ngoba xa ndithi umongameli ndiva ngathi ndibisa igama lakhe. So ngumongameli President Noqayi lo osiphethe kwesisithili. Ndiphinde futhi ndithi emveni kokuba uBishop ethethe sizonivumela ukuba sithathe i-questions based on what he have said. Akwazi ukuphendula Bishop le mibuzo angakwazi kuyiphendula. So ngaphandle kokumosha ixesha ngokuba sinikeze nje i-1 hour, ndizanikeza ke kuBishop abulise bese athetha. But before Bishop takes over, bendicela ukuba sithandaze simcenge uThixo ukuba asikhokhele kule nkonzo. Come, let us pray. Thixo wethu omhle, mdali wezulu nomhlaba, nalusuku Thixo wethu elibeke kuwe, sizophulaphula inkokeli yethu yesithili. Lo mbeko Thixo wethu uba asikhokhele kwesi sithili, simsondeza kuwe Thixo wethu ophilayo ukuba hlala endebeni zemlomo wakhe. Zithi zonke izinto azosithethayo Thixo siphakamise udumo lwakho, sizukise wena wedwa Thixo wethu. Sicela zonke ezi ngegama elihle lenkosi yethu Yesu Kristu lo asifelayo asitshela ubomi obungenaphakade. Amen. And over to you, Sis Randy.
Oh, thank you so much, Dadu Mfundiso Losaba for this wonderful prayer. I would like to then welcome everyone or Bukeleyo Facebook page from our Facebook page. And I would like to let everyone know in Toyoba, you can comment on the section below. You can share your comments, you can like, you can give us feedback on the session le today. So without further ado, let me give over to Bishop Uba address his team. Over to you, Bishop.
Thank you, Yandisa and the Reverend Lusaba for giving me this opportunity. And greetings to all the ministers at Klagbara Synod and the laity of Klagbara Synod. Greetings to the viewers of the Facebook and those who are in Zoom. It is a great pleasure for me to speak to you this evening and thanking God for the hard work and for what has happened at Klagbara Synod during this year. We faced quite a number of challenges. One of those challenges was COVID-19, who really bruised us as a district financially. There are circuits who are really struggling financially because people still are afraid to come and worship. So we are still battling. And secondly, is a number of deaths we faced this year. And thirdly, it was a question of the elections. I don't know, I don't know whether to call it a pandemic that is coming to our church. Once there are elections and then the whole district will be divided, this and that. But God being God, managed to take us through. There are good achievements. There are circuits that I don't know how they did. You know, there's one circuit that opens 13 churches this year. One circuit. All the conventions that were supposed to take place did so well. There's another circuit that built a beautiful hall, and that minister is leaving that circuit this year. And leaving those people with a very good memories. So there are quite a number of circuits who have worked so hard in making that people are getting some food, having food parcels and opening up gardens and all that to fight against the scourge we are facing with. So people have really worked so hard. Now, I'm taking this opportunity to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. You know, Christmas is a time for us to love each other. I'm saying this thing coming out of a disaster. One of our minister's daughter was raped, and we were there at the court to fight against this gender-based violence. And unfortunately, that minister, that child, who is 16 years, was raped by a pastor. And it was one of the most painful things this year. I've ever experienced. He will be appearing to the court on the 12th of January. We requested that he remain in custody meanwhile. We thank all our people for coming up and be there when we were faced with such a trauma and such a problem. Christmas is the time for fellowship, is the time when we when God shows his love to the whole world in such a way that he decided to give his only son, Jesus Christ. It's the time when God is incarnating with the world and forgiving what the people have done and reconciling everybody to himself. And therefore, it is the time for us, it's a family time, it's time for us to love each other, it's time for us to worship God and thank God for what he has done for us. And therefore, I'm taking this opportunity to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a wonderful Merry Christmas, and hoping that God is going to take us through. I am hoping that we will meet again. Once more, thank you for what people have done this year. We have worked hard out of the whole challenge of the COVID-19. My request is that I know that people are having some different views concerning vaccinating. And I'm humbly requesting people to go and vaccinate so that we can be able to face this challenge of this pandemic. 2022, I am humbly requesting everybody to commit itself to our vision. And our vision as a district for 2022 is that we would like to make a united district. Let us all strive and be a united district. Let us fight all those things that are separating us and work towards a united district. Because if we are united, we can conquer everything. 2, we would like to be a mission-driven district. If we look at our own calendar, we have tried our level best to implement this. If you look at all those events, all those workshops that are there, is that of making a mission-driven district. And in this mission-driven district, we would like to focus on 1, food production and food security. We would like to focus on gender-based violence because our district, even today, the Minister of Police was there and speaking about this gender-based violence, especially the area of Lusikisiki and Port Edward, Port St. John's. Those areas, we need to make it a point that we are fighting against gender-based violence. And thirdly, we need to focus and encourage all people to vaccinate so that we can be protected from this virus. And fourthly, we'll be able to happy if we focus on education. Those are the 4 focus areas we'll be dealing with in terms of mission next year. Thirdly, we would like to be a financially viable district. We will try our level best to make it a point that our vision is that of building a conference center as from next year, preparing for Conference 2025. And we will be happy if all of us, we can focus on making a financially viable district. If you look at our plan, we are having there some workshops concerning the financial viable circuits. How can we make our circuits financially viable? And we will be moving around the 4 regions. That is the Mthatha region, Mount Elif region, Ingele region, and Flagstaff region. We will be doing workshops on that so that we can have a financially viable district. Next year, we would like also to have a good governance and good administration. Good governance and good admin in terms of all our circuits, in terms of all our societies. We need to fight against corruption in the church. It's not good for us to speak about financial, about corruption facing the government without we ourselves not sitting down and look at ourselves. Let's take our mirror and make it a point that we are doing a good governance in our circuits and good administration. And therefore, it will be wise for us to focus and look at our own laws and discipline and follow it. Lastly, we will be focusing on education. Right from the second week of February, if you look at our diary, we have planned for an education week where we are asking, we will launch it and we will ask our ministers to be visible in our own schools. Clark-Barry Synod is the only district that is having historical schools, many historical schools. Some districts are having 1 or 2, but at Clark-Barry we're having the Clark-Barry school, we are having a school at Palmerton, we are having a school at Bantingville, we are having a school at Showbury, we are having a school at Osborne, we are having a school at Mfundisweni, we are having a school at Mount Hargreaves. We are having a school, there are quite many. And therefore we are asking all those ministers where there's a Methodist school to be visible and also to apply our Methodist ethos in those schools, so that the product that gets out of those schools, we are getting people who will be good citizens
I think Bishop is struggling a bit with network connection. So I'd just like to remind everyone to share your questions on the presentation that the Bishop is doing here tonight. So you can share your questions, you can share your comments, you can interact with the Bishop as after he has done his presentation. He's struggling a little bit with connectivity, but we will wait for him to reconnect. But in the meantime, let me give to my co-host, Reverend Losawa, to say a few words just to encourage people to watch, just to encourage people at home to interact. How important is the interaction, Reverend Losawa?
Thank you, my sister. Yes, it is one of those rare moments because it's not all the district nor the synods which can bring, the bishop on this platform that ordinary members can just interact with him. So feel free to share your opinions. Feel free to share your ideas. You have already highlighted on the vision, focusing on education, starting from February on the education week. So I think it's one of the challenges that we need to look at to take it up. If you've got suggestion, maybe put it there that on education week, this is what we may suggest to do, and advise as to he should look at that either. So participation is very much important because of it is our district after all. So we are the ones who have to build it. We are the ones who have to give the direction as to how do you want it to go. So your inputs, we take them seriously. One of the things that maybe Bishop did not highlight is the establishment of the communication desk, which the secretary of the district, Umfundisi Sonamzi, myself, Usisi Andisa, and Usista Zeninzi, we are heading and we're trying to put together so that, platforms such as this, your opinions should not zingalahleki. Zizithathe seriously and submit them to abantu relevant. So yeah, so ndiyanikhuthazwa ukuthi just submit while waiting for the bishop, to connect. And mhlambe maybe we may ask him to switch off the video if possible, because the network is giving me trouble. So let's see. I see the bishop is coming in. The bishop is coming in. I'm not sure. The bishop, are you ready? Can you unmute, Bishop?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for that. Sorry for that. I'm at the pundus of Congo, right?
It is understandable, Bishop. You may proceed.
Yes.
The other thing, Bishop, feel free to woman who chat is Xhosa. There and there. Yes, sir.
Oh, no, fine.
Okay.
So I was on education, and I was saying we are the only district that is having so many schools, and therefore we are asking our ministers, we are asking our people to be there, not only to be there, but also we will be meeting with the Minister of Education right on January, so that we can be able to see as to how we can be able to influence those in those schools. That's our vision for next year, and I'm really asking everybody to rally around it and to ufaka whatever onakuifaka to make it a point that this vision, a united district, mission-driven district, financially viable district, good governance and administration, and education. If that we can try next year and implement that, I am convinced we try to plan in the Yogobasiam according to that. from the district office. And we hope everybody. We have met with the superintendents and sell that the vision and what is supposed to happen. We have met before we close with the circuit stewards and leaders, the departments. And we are hoping in the next year we will be able, God being our helper, will be able to fulfill the vision. Yeah. I can allow for questions and for comments. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Bishop. That was actually very mouthful. I know, Uba, probably you had a lot to say, but because of time, so we have to then allow time for questions. So we have connected Bishop on the Facebook page, MCSA, and we have also connected to the Wesley Guild SA page, which is a very popular page on social media. So on the MCSA page, we don't have any questions because abantu bebekhalazela nje into ye lighting, but ke yes ayiphendula ke into yobana sizamile mosuku adjusta bebezokhala kakhulu uba ibingeli yaxesha ukusahleli kulanda ukuhleli kuyo. Yes, so a comment from Usimo Jama, who is on the Wesley Guild SA page. Uye wathi ke amen Tate Mruti, and then kwangu ubudbala Mahlulwana, who othe yena ahlathi Lisa Jambas, and as the mhlawumbe ndingazipronounce wrong kundixolela kaloku ndili-model C.
No, pronounce right mntanam.
Okay, mfene ndiyathoba my bishop. And then kwakhona ke no Sis Greta Makwenkwe, uye wathi naye enkosi phopho man. Thank you, Bishop. And then we have Phumlani Jam othi yena powerful. So at least kuyabonakala, Bishop, but people are tuning in, people bamamele as zithetha. Mhlawumbi ke ngoku in the absence of questions, Bishop, ndingake mhlawumbi ndibuze ke mina i-question noba iyi-one, maybe abantu bazawuke baqhabalake babuze. We know uba we are faced with into ye COVID-19 nyani, and it hit us hard, and I believe uba as a church it had a very negative impact financially when it comes to Itawe. So if, because kukhona rumors ke zoba upresident angaphinda vale and all of that, how is that going to affect Itawe if kuphinda futhi kuthiwa mhlawumbe makuvalwe? Because most of the times we are qaphela uba sibazi victims as churches because kuvalwa thina kuqala. Yayiqonda. So ke ngoku mhlawumbe how would that then affect us if singaphindela back to uba kuthiwe siyavalwa as a church?
COVID-19 isifundisa some lessons. I-lesson yokuqala esifundisa yona i-COVID-19 yokokuba we need to go back to basics. I-basics eziyicawa eqala ekhaya kwifamily. 1. 2, i-basics ezisifundisa into yokokuba lando sayishiyelwa nguJohn Wesley ye-classes is the best system. Ngesingenayo le crisis esinayo today if i-class system ibisebenza. A class system yabantu abambalwa between 2 to 12 abahlanganayo abakwindawo eyi-1 kwistrato esi-1 abakwaziyo kwezi regulations zonke bona bekwazi ukuhlangana bekwazi ukuthandazisana bekwazi ukufundisana ngeBhayibhile, bekwazi ukuba kubekho indawo yokuxelelana imiphefumlo ingxelo, bekwazi into yokuba bathandazisane, bakwazi into yokuba benze umnikelo phaya. Bathi bagqiba ukwenza umnikelo phaya, uthathe umnikelo uyokufakwa e-accountini yesekethe. Ngesingenayo le problem, noba kuvalwe kangaphi, okokuba nje sinobuyela back to the basics. As into yokuba let's go back to the classes. And then asizoba nayo a problem. 1. 2, abantu lixesha eli apho lokuchekisha amaKristu asincere. Nabefundisi ababiziweyo. Abafundisi abaninzi bacinge into yokuba ixesha leCovid lixesha leholideyima bahambe bagoduke. Ngeli xesha adingeka busi. Amarhamente esifa, amarhamente asezibhedlele, amarhamente dinga efowuna angakwazi ukuhlangana nomfundisi. Kungeli xesha kanye abadingeka ngalo. Mna ndi-understand into yokokuba abantu bafuna uthumela abashumayeli baba bayongcwaba. Kanti abashumayeli bona abanawubhubhayika. And therefore ndithi ke mna ke i-COVID-19 isibuyisela back to the basics. I hope ndikuphendule mntana. Ulahlekile uyandisa.
Yes, ulahlekile Bishop. Fortunately, I'm still here, and I think we share concourse.
Yes.
I happen to be the blessed one. They say Pretoria, so the network trouble and the yazim for a change.
Yes.
But now we say we are. But while we are trying to connect our Bishop, is into this Pauli Leo. CSRT there is an establishment, communication desk of which Kulombono Zenawo, which is our worker, whereby we are encouraging members to submit whatever form of ideas suggesting, of how we can be a progressive district. And so it was just a matter of assuring them, Ukuba, their opinions, they are not taken for granted. They attendees because of you have went an extra mile, established this desk whereby people can reach you easily. That second class education Sunday, each and every second, society might take a 5 pairs of shoes, those type of things. Even a network whereby the second and can exchange ideas. So maybe I'd like to put I would like maybe what was your vision? The district Sibane communication desk, because of one thing that we have observed since CN's communication desk, the Facebook page here is still too much active, and abantu say sebafumana nje inspiration a lot. So mhlambe mandiyeke look with Bishop and share nje kancane about your vision. Losaba, I just want to get abantu niqoqozele lo mcimbi where communication desk, how important it is in your vision moving forward.
One of the things COVID-19 esifundise yona into yokuba zikhona ezinye indlela so communicate and wasinceda kuThixo wasivezela abantu abanakho into yokuba basenze into yokuba sikwazi ukuxhumana sisithili noba sixhumananga physically kodwa sikwazi ukuxhumana virtually. Sinazo ingxakana esinazo concerning into yokuba si communicate njani. Kodwa one thing COVID-19 have taught us. Into yokokuba zikhona ezinye indlela sithathe quickly zasisa kwi-4th industrial revolution ngokukhawuleza. Sinethemba lento yokokuba wonke umuntu will equip akwazi into yokokuba kuba ngoku sizawukwazi into yokokuba through le communication desk zonke activities zethu zesithili zizawukwazi into yokuba zicommunicateke, not only zixhumane only C-district kodwa sikwazi ukuxhumana ne-connection as a whole. Sizawukwazi into yokokuba sihlangane sikwazi ukuseva kuba as i-meetings ezininzi siyakwazi ngoku ukuhlangana through Zoom and through other ways zokuxhumana sisebenzisa this communication office. And therefore siyacela into yokokuba zonke heads of departments zisebenzise le communication desk kangangoko zonke circuits ezine-events zikwazi ukuyisebenzisa ukwenzela into yokokuba omnye akwazi ukufunda komnye into yokokuba kwenzeka ntoni na. Siyabulela kakhulu le opportunity esinikezweyo uThixo yokokuba uThixo asivezela abantu abanakho ukumuva. Nanxa besistationa abefundisi sizamile ukustationa and bring people who will bring something to the district. The guys asizithathileyo ndiqinisekile eku-edeni kule team will add value kule team esinayo, and isithili sethu ndinayo into yokuba sizawubheka phambili.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bishop. Because US banditi kuqhawuke wena kanti zimlo seyiqhawukile, Dr. Bishop. Okay, so we have Sister Nomanono Nguse, who is saying Amen and happy Christmas to you. Ile page yethu ke yalapha ekhaya lena, and then we have Zola. Oti Bishop, please say a few on innovative ways zokukhonza in the midst of COVID-19. I think Dr. Bishop, you've touched mhlawumbi partly of what Utatu Zola is saying. And then we have Sister Constance Tembi Samanglia, who is applauding. We are Siyabulela Dr. Bishop, and honestly, if basically we class system ngekungekho gap even for support, sekukhona ne technology ngoku to boost meetings. Lonto imoshe kwanomnikelo lo wembala. Amen, Bishop. So yes, those are the only comments that we have now on our Facebook page. Siyake ngoku Wesley Guild SA page. Pius, yes, anayo i-comment brother Bongolethu, who is saying ndivile mna Bishop. Nyathela apho xhego lam iclass ngundoqo. And then sibe naye brother Sizwe, who is saying iclass system, Bishop, is spot on, and prayer groups. Then he continues to say, I agree with the Bishop. Funerals during the COVID-19 was preachers' responsibility, and the whole church and the congregation took a back seat. So yeah, those are the only comments that we have. I think intro that really needs that is more like a question. Innovatives ezintsha that we can use in the midst of COVID-19. Sicela ukuxolisa kubantu ababukeleyo kunibazalwane, we seem to be struggling a lot with network kaBishop. So disconnectile utata Bishop, but we are waiting for him to aphinda buyele, and then he'll be able to interact to the comments that have been said and the questions thereof. So let me also hand over again to you, Tata Olosaba. Maybe you can assist him with some of the things that have been said with comments. So over to you, my co-host.
Okay, thank you, my sister. While Sister Linda Bishop, because I note one question that comes through, Kodwanza Linda Bishop before the Boza. But indeed, we acknowledge leadership of Bishop, and we need to commit into it so that we can see a better Tlakbari district and a progressive Tlakbari district because of Ungu Bishop Ngati. So classing Tina, he won't be able. All this vision that is putting is obanje a paper on the wall. I think we need to be more on proactive instead of reactive. So while still waiting for Bishop, I also want to take this opportunity on behalf of the communication desk to wish you all and your families the blessed Christmas and festive season. Nanguya Bishop, and the prosperous 2022. Bao Bishop and because there is another question that is coming in. If we endeavor about Bishop, the question, just to give you an appetite, it's from Upper Ezum Luanda Jim. It's more on the recovery plan. So as soon as Bishop comes in, I'll put it as he wrote it. I noted it, and I'll put it to the Bishop. As I was saying, that we as a communication desk, we want to wish you a prosperous 2022 and a Merry Christmas, and give you an assurance that we are working around the clock. At a level, we are working on getting a website here to Yested. We're still working on it. So far, we've got a name that has been approved, so we're still working on the content. But our activity and visibility is obonakala xa njengoba Bishop esetshulo ukuba it-circuits xa zine activities. Mhlambe they should let us know so that maybe we compile something like a magazine, whereby everyone should know what is happening. As Bishop Achilo, the purpose is that we should learn from one another. Bishop, there was a question, Evela Apaguzum, I want to check strategies and or role to be played by our church in post-pandemic recovery. So, Isobanjani Kawa after COVID-19, and how are we going to recover? Jenge Kawa.
I think also before Bishop Angene, TBK Avela on the Facebook page, ABC. Okay, so that Bishop Kwana ne comments that we read we Facebook page. So Bella undi mute that Bishop.
Okay.
Okay, so brother Sizwe Uye wati, I agree with Bishop funerals during COVID-19 was preacher's responsibility and the whole church, and the congregation took a back seat. And then wapinda futhi, Brother Sizwe says, can the Clark-Barry district share their communication strategy with us? Yena usehiswa. And then I'm struggling co-host yam Tata Urev Losabane. People are saying baya comment on the page, but I am not picking them up. So ndicela assiste nawe if mhlambe kukhona questions that you okwaziyo ukuzifumana from your side, sincedisane with that. Yeah, I think that's it. So ile strategies gebezithetha ngayo Dr. Bishop, and then most of them are just comments. Thank you.
Unmute, Bishop. You're still muted.
Thank you very much. I don't know what is happening. The Katishekabdi ndanyanzele kwa manchinche IPCM and the Kangelwa I know the na enye and that's what with that one. So ndiyabulela kakhulu ubuyela back. Strategies of recovering after COVID-19. Inyaniso yona is that akukho mntu unoqiniseka into yokokuba nazi strategies that will work. Kodwa ndi-convinced into yokokuba okokuba sinokhe sihlale phansi sijonge ubucawa bethu kakuhle. Ubucawa bethu bakhiwe in such a way that bukwazi ukumelana nazo zonke imeko. Bakhiwe in such a way into yokokuba even if singabethwa yi-COVID, even if kungavela ntoni sikwazi ukuma sisurvive. Izinto ezizawusinceda ngoku eyokuqala nje ngoba bese nditshilo into yokokuba we need to go back to class system. 1. 2, we need into yokokuba post-COVID sizisebenzise the new strategies like communication esiyifumanayo. 2. 3, kuyadingakala into yokokuba sibuyele back ekufundiseni. I-methods esizisebenzisayo sometimes zingabuya ziscriplish. Nazi ezi endizithethayo. Yinto yokokuba sifundise into yokokuba 1, umnikelo wenziwa ecaweni. Wenziwe ecaweni qha. Kanti umnikelo awunikeli ecaweni, unikela kuThixo. Uye kwenza imibulelo yakho kuThixo. Kukho i-COVID, kungekho COVID. Umelezekile uba imibulelo yakho uyenze kuThixo. Umelezekile uba izicelo zakho uzenze kuThixo. Azinanto yokokuba icawa yavalwa, icawa yavulwa. And therefore, kuyafuneka into yoba sibuyele back ekufundiseni abantu into yokokuba ngubani uThixo, uThixo uba simelwa simkhonze kanjani. And part yokunikela kukukhonza uThixo ukuze uThixo akwazi ukukunika more. So ke ithi ke inantsika yam we need uba sibuyele back ekufundiseni siyicawa ukwenzela into yokokuba singalukuhliswa zizinto ezincinane. And then ke fourthly ukusebenzisa the communication esinakho ukuyisebenzisa ngendlela esinakho ukuyisebenzisa ngayo. Mna ndi-convinced that what we have done in terms of communication in the district Yeka ke into yokokuba some areas azinayo i-network banzima kodwa it's one of the strategies i-communication enakho into yokokuba isetyenziswe today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bishop. We are left with about 3 minutes. Is it 3 minutes? Let me double check. Yes, we are left with about 3 minutes uba si vale at the program, but we will allow uba a few minutes uba abantu ba resend as questions bathi bayazithumela that Bishop that we are not picking up from the page. So just a reminder to everyone who's watching that the pages that we are using is the Wesley Guild SA page, which you can share your comments in Aguyo, and then we have the MCSA Clark Barrisnot page, which is also one of the pages that we are using tonight. So if you want to share your questions with Dr. Bishop, please use those 2 pages. Yeah, I think Dr. Bishop, we better lento innovatives esingasebenzisa moving forward, because sekucacile into yobana i-COVID-19 into esizophila nayo, and we then need to then find strategies ke ngoku zokuba how are we going, how are we moving forward. So is there ke ngoku a plan in place to encourage mhlawumbi ii-circuits noba zikwi-deep rural areas ezinjani, to say that now we must into Zoom nezinto ezithile are things that we also going to carry on ngoku sizisebenzisa. Mhlawumbi, are there any plans in capacitating abantu okanye i-leaders zethu eziseketheni uba baqiniseke uba bayakwazi usebenzisa these technological innovators? Nditshiso into ethi ke tata, I've been talking to my mom a lot about ezi zinto, and uyathanda ukutsho nayo uba hayi ifuna le nto siyiyekele kuni bantabam, of which ke ngoku asizude sihleli kusithi sodwa esifaka abantu abadala kwezi zinto, yabo. Bona nabo fanele bakwazi ukuzingenela and get with the program, yabo. So izikhona ke ngoku i-mechanisms that are in place, okanye mhlawumbi ke a vision that is in place to make sure uba we capacitating our leaders noba bangakanani ngokwe-age.
Okay. One, in terms of in network, we tried in the Yokoba to communicate nezi companies as a network. The problem is discover in the Yokoba ziyamiswa as lento as pillars. Then emveni koba zimisiwe, abantu ba vandalize bathathe eza batteries. And the request yami into yokokuba we are having the big sites. We are humbly requesting as Nanzika into yokokuba siyozimisa as poles as a network in our own churches. Of course, they will pay rent to that circuit. It will be a sort of income, but I'm busy negotiating with them. Ukwenzela basingabi nayo le crisis ye network. 1, 2, we are le team esinayo ye district. Next year in our plans yokokuba sizawujikeleza nayo kwezi workshops. Ukwenzela into yokokuba esi workshop hele i-district yethu yonke in terms of how to do all these things, how to get into Zoom and all that. Kuba kwa abefundisi uthi songenile nabo ku Zoom kube kwabanye abaninzi abathethayo abangamute to train them on this way of communication. 3, there are 3 books ezibhalwe ngumfundisi uGwaqaza, who is going to Cwecweni to our district. One, it a church in pandemic, enye it post COVID-19. I would recommend in the yokokuba abefunde sibazifunde ezoncwadi. There are 3 books. Zinakho ukusinceda phana pha wenza ba se understand imeko esinomuva ngayo siyicaba. Right? If there's any questions, I will be happy to take them. For instance, a question, how do we increase confidence in people gathering face to face again?
Yes. Ungayithatha lo question, Bishop.
Okay. Inyaniso yona yokokuba njengoba bendichilo pha ekuqaleni, we need into yokokuba abantu mabavaccinate. 1. 2, we need to understand into yokokuba yonke into yokholo ihamba nefaith. Sidinga uba siqinise ukholo lwethu. Into yokokuba zonke izinto kuThixo zinakho kwenzeka. And therefore abantu ayizosinceda into yokokuba sihlale ezikoneni zethu singayi siyokukhonza siyokudumisa. Siyokumcenga uThixo together kuba isikhuni esivutha sodwa siyacima. Kubalulekile into yokuba udibanise izikhuni ukuze zikwazi ukuvutha zinikeze umlilo. And therefore I will say abantu, let's go back to a question yoba siyo worshiper together. Siqale into yokokuba we need into yokokuba si sanitize, we need into yoba sifake mask zethu, we need to keep a social distance, and ngolo hlobo ndiqinisekile into yoba singaphinda sibuyele back siqhubekeke nokukhonza kwethu. All right.
All right, Tata. Siyabulela kakhulu. We have Brother Bungani. It's just a comment on the Wesley Guild SA page. Or to thank you very much, Bishop. We really need to revitalize our class system. And I think I really concur with him because we are born by so we need to revitalize the systems. So I think we have come to the end of the show, Dr. Bishop. I would just like to take this time to apologize ebantwini who wanted to interact with you mhlambi ngokwe technology yahamba yasibetha kuloo ndawo isibethe kuyo, but we must remember that this was a first of its kind in our district, and we are still going to have continuous programs ezifana nezi. So as the year, we will improve and everyone will get a chance to ask Oganye to say what they want to say. So yeah, I think from my side, thank you so much, Bishop, for the initiative and taking your time. We'll see Adresa as the SNOT, as the district. We really needed this as abantu abakholwayo. So I'll hand over again to co-host uba nayo ingene, and then ungabusulungiselela nje Tata Bishop your closing remarks, and then after that isivale. Enkosi.
Enkosi sis Dlengula. Yeah, I would like to add kulapho besicho we sizamanga konke emandleni wethu ukuba siba nene interactive meetings njenga ngalo So attendance was very good. Being check amanani apha ku Facebook. So masithembise ukuba sizamane nje simtsala uBishop simcela ukuba eze kule platform nje ukuncokola nesithili. Singamjongi njengomuntu ohlala kude nathi. So sizozama by all means ukuthi amane esondela kuthi. Siyabulela Bishop, I see one comment from one of the ministers aba fresh from the seminary who are coming esithilini, Reverend Mwagi. Uti, he's going to Mount Hargreaves. Uti, thanks Bishop for mentioning Mount Hargreaves. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. So see, so he's on his way coming, already mentioning you, and I hope abantu ba Mount Hargreaves abakhona they can see ukuthi kuza umfundisi okwi Facebook. So sijonge ukukhulu kubo. Yeah, enkosi Bishop, mhlambe you can prepare your closing remarks because sifumana just a hiccup. Abantu bathi bathumela comments kodwa speakanga, but we'll just see what happened, and we'll try ukuhlala nawe Bishop mhlambe at the beginning of the year and see if we cannot continue with this conversation. But maybe I see a comment also from Umfundisi Matlawe. He's responding to the issue of funerals. Uti, it depends on the circuits. I was conducting funerals myself, but I wanted to share it. But unfortunately, connection. So he was trying to comment on issue funerals. Ukuba sometimes it's not only about ukuthumela bashumayeli. It's depend on the vastness of the circuits. Let's see mhlambe zathi xa ugqiba i-closing remarks izobe ingenile i-input yakhe kakuhle because ayiphelelanga na kula WhatsApp angithumele kuyo. So but mhlambe Bishop sesi 9 minutes le yalixesha silibolekileyo. So masithi nje khawusinike nje ushwangathele usinike closing remarks, and then if usisiyandisa kana anything usithabathela ufefe Bishop ukhulule intsikelelo ukuthi abantwana bakho kwesisithili. Over to you Bishop, usinike mhlambe i-closing remarks zakho.
mandithabathe elithuba ndibulele ngomsebenzi owenziweyo ku-2021. Indeed, ndingatsho into yokokuba kusetyenziwe ku-2021 under very, very difficult circumstances. Siyayibulela kakhulu loo nto, siyayibulela kakhulu inkxaso esiyinikeziweyo zii-organizations, siyayibulela kakhulu inkxaso esiyinikeziweyo zii-circuits. Zizama by all means to implement our vision. Zizama by all means kwiimeko ezinzima kakhulu into yokokuba zimise ii-circuits uba mazime kule meko esikuyo. uThixo ke makanigcine, uThixo makangene nani ku-2022, ahambe nani njengoThixo. Sinethemba lento yokokuba uThixo akasayi kusishiya, uThixo akasayi kusiyekela. Usithembisile into yoba uzawuhamba nathi. Umnqweno wethu ke uba sibuye sonke sisaphilile. Singathi masihambe ezindleleni sibe careful kangangoko. Baninzi abantu aba-reckless apha ezindleleni, sithandazela iingozi into yokokuba zinganithathi, kodwa sibuye sibonane ku-2022. Sinqophise kunye sithi kuThixo ku-2022 makasithathe asibeke apha afuna ukusibeka khona. uThixo uxolo ke makabe nani. uThixo uxolo makenje njalo ukukhanyisa ubuso bakhe phezu kwenu, abe nenceba ngakuni, angasishiyi nangawuphi nomzuzu. Masithandaze. Mtrinitho ongcwele, wena umilo ntathu zinguThixo emnye. Inkosi Thixo wethu, ngokusithwala kwakho kulo nyaka wahamba nathi njengoThixo. Ubeligqenga lomlilo ngexesha lobumnyama, wenje njalo uba lilifu lomqulu uhamba phambi kwethu. Siyabulela bani uThixo njengawe. Sithwaleke Thixo siwelele nakunyaka olandelayo. Zithi izicelo zethu, ithi iminqweno yethu ifezekiswe nguwe. Sikelela ke Thixo wethu thamsanqelisa zonke izicaka zakho. Wenje njalo wena njengoThixo, uba nguThixo phezu kwethu. Luze luthi nofefele Nkosi yethu Yesu Kristu. Uthando lukaThixo uba ubudlelwane bomoya ingcwele uhlale buhleli phezu kwethu ngoku nakunaphakade. Amen. Right.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you, Mdanam. Thank you, Yandesa. Siyabulela. Mfuzulu thank you for busy coordinating the team, man.
Yes, thank you, Bishop. Yeah. Yes. No, siyabulela, Bishop, for your confidence in us as well. We need to mention that you give us the full trust, and we promise that we'll do our level best to, to shape the district the way you want to. It is there to support you, sir. And whenever you need us, we'll be at your service. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We, as a team, we wish you and the family the blessed Christmas also. Enjoy, rest, Bishop. Ukhipha umama niya phayilwane nodlala ngamanzi.
Uyeva
umamele. Okay.
Umamele. On the 29th up to the 5th ndiyamkhupha wenze umuntu akakwazi ukuphumula kancinane.
Hayi ke ndiyamkelela Bishop, hayi mkhuphe kudala ukurilisile ukuthi uhambe zonke conventions eziya.
Cela uend live mfundisi. Thank you.
Thank you Bishop. Usibulisele pha kumama.
Ndakubulisela.
Enkosi.
Bye bye Mayanda.
Bye Tata. Thank you.
Thank you Yanda man. It went very well.